Hello there, so Blazblue Cross Tag Battle has a total roster of 54 characters. So if you're a beginner, it might be quite a challenge to pick even just 2. Because unfortunately, the game doesn't tell you anything about each character's playstyle. So if you happen to be the type of person that lets their matchstick do the picking for them, you might run into some problems because your chosen character might not suit your playstyle or skill level. So I'm gonna provide you guys with a list that consists of what I think to be the top 5 best characters for beginners to play. I'm only going to be picking this character based on a purely gameplay-oriented standpoint. Each of the 5 characters I pick has its pros and cons, so if you're planning to pick one of them, pick one that suits your playstyle the most. Without further ado, let's begin with the first character. The first one in this list is Narukami from the Persona 4 roster. Yu is a great well-rounded character who has a versatile moveset that allows you to play in whichever style you want. He also has access to his persona, which can assist you in battle having longer range than other normals. Learning combos might be one of the hardest hurdles for beginners, and fortunately for you here, he has some of the easiest combos in the entire game. You press A 3 times, and then you press B 3 times, and then you do a quarter circle backwards B. Yu also has access to projectile attacks with his Xiao, and the EX version of Xiao can be used to set up aggressive plays. Swift Strike is not only an excellent move to be used in combos, but in neutral this can catch some people who are not defaulted to blocking low, especially other beginners. You should pick Narukami if you want a character with no major weaknesses, you like it when your characters have access to easy combos, and you prefer having a simple but reliable game plan. Our next character is Yang Xiaolong from RWBY. Now, Yang's kit leans more towards offense as she likes it more when she's up close and personal with the opponent she's facing. She's got high mobility, her passive semblance allows her to gain armor on some of her attacks, and she has useful tools like a command grab which can be used to punish blockers. But the biggest part about Yang is her empowered state. When Yang drops below a third of her HP, she gets a buff which makes her deal a ridiculous amount of damage. Like, just with proper solo combos, she can literally 2-shot anybody from full HP. It is that ridiculous. You should pick Yang if you want a character that can put a lot of pressure on the opponent, you like having a character with an empowered state to do massive damage, and you like having a character that allows you to go monkey mode. The third character is none other than Yang's sister, Ruby Rose. And for a beginner character, I believe Ruby is the character with the low skill floor and high skill ceiling. Because on her own, Ruby already has good normals with good speed and range, and her combos aren't particularly hard or anything, but the main attraction in Ruby's circus is her Gun Blast. Gun Blast is a command dash that can go in different directions depending on which button the player presses. Gun Blast can also be cancelled from any normals or skill, and yes, you can even cancel a Gun Blast into another Gun Blast up to 3 times. This is where Ruby becomes a difficult character to master because there are so many ways you can use Gun Blast. Gun Blast is essentially a core part of her toolkit, and if you can learn how to use it effectively, Ruby can become one of the scariest characters to fight against in the whole game. You should pick Ruby if you want a character with insane mobility, you like to be unpredictable and make your opponent guess, and you want a character with a low barrier of entry but can reach high potential as you learn the game and character. The next character on this list is Linne. Now, Linne isn't as easy as someone like Yang or Narukami. However, she does have access to one of the best buttons in the game, being 5B. 5B is Linne's god button as it has ridiculously long range. The third hit can also punish impatient people because if you try to mash through it, you will get hit, and a good Linne can easily convert it into a combo for a huge chunk of damage. Linne also has access to one of the best aerial projectiles in the game because she can easily convert any hit from it into a huge chunk of damage as well. Linne is an excellent neutral winning character because of her long range buttons, and she also has access to a triple jump which can catch off some people in some rare situations. You should pick Linne if you like a character that has long range buttons, you want a character that can easily win the neutral game, and you don't mind practicing combos that require good timing. And last but not least, we have Yumi. Now, I'm just gonna be straightforward on this one. Yumi might just be the best beginner character out of everyone on this list. She has everything you want, she has good range on her normals, good mix-up, easy combos, she can zone people if she wants to, she's just built different. The only problem she has is probably the fact that she's gated by the 2.0 DLC pack. And like you Narukami, Yumi's combos are also one of the easier ones in the entire game. She also has great corner carry, meaning she can move an opponent into the corner from anywhere on screen if she lands a combo on them. She also has access to her 236B, being one of the best projectile attacks in the game as it throws out 3 icicles, outcontesting most zoners in the game. You should pick Yumi if you like to fight with your opponents from a safe distance, you want a strong and easy to use character, and you don't mind paying extra for your waifu. So yeah, that's all 5 characters. If you're interested in learning more about one of the specific characters I've mentioned in this video, you can check out dustloop.com as they have all the resources that you'll need for your character. That's it for this video, and if you found the content in this video to be helpful, be sure to like the video and subscribe for future content.